I do recommend before they're gone, there's a mountain of cheese cubes back there. Save me from eating them all. Cube is my favorite cheese shape, so So I finished grad school with a degree in creative writing, which basically meant that I had 2 job options. I could be a teacher, or I could make lattes for people. I did both. I wouldn't recommend either, to be honest. I'm sure there's people out there who enjoy teaching, like, they get a sick thrill at helping people. I don't get it, but more power to them. It's just, I'm a writer, and it was so stressful and time-consuming that I didn't really have a chance to write much, unless I was writing comments on papers like, your thesis statement is a rhetorical question, and all your other sentences are rhetorical questions. Paper is a rhetorical question. This wasn't exactly a creative renaissance for me, but what can you do? that was a rhetorical question. Sometimes I think they taught me more than I taught them. Jobs for me were always more of a necessity than a pursuit. I was a teacher, a barista, a videographer, a printer, a tour guide. I was a painter, but not like the artistic kind that was like, make that blue, okay. I've done a little bit of everything. The only thing that I required from the job is that I wouldn't be too stressed or too busy to get some writing done on my own. However, in 2012, I discovered a job that would let me write while I worked. Yeah, I got a job as a writer. Just kidding. I don't see that happening. I got a job pet sitting. Yeah, that's the theme, right? Basically, people would go out of town and they would have me stay at their house, make sure their pets continued to live, and while I did that, I would write. It was a pretty great gig. I was basically doing for money what these people were doing for fun, you know? Like, let's get a dog and take care of it and clean up after it and walk it and feed him. And they weren't even getting paid for it. I get paid and I can eat anything I want out of the cabinet. It's sweet. It's fun though, stepping into somebody else's life. Because, oh, we made up the bed for you, please use anything you want. And I wake up in the morning in this like lushly decorated bedroom, beautiful furniture. There's a cat laying on me, there's a dog wagging his tail because he wants to go outside. And I look around and I'm like, this is what it's like to wake up when you're a successful person. There's curtains. It's fun though because I'm more of a roommate to these animals than a disciplinarian. Like, if they're not supposed to get on the couch, I don't let them get on the couch. But other than that, I'm just supposed to hang out with these animals, make sure they're doing okay. It's like I'm sharing an Airbnb with a bunch of like little, quiet, hairy children. They don't know what rhetorical questions are, so we're set. They do their thing, I do my thing, I let them out to poop. It's a sweet gig. And you know, you kind of get into like a system there. You learn to set your phone so you never miss this dog's specific walk time, or you learn that when you're eating out of the cabinet, you should take pictures of the food so you can replace some of it so they don't know how much you actually eat. When they say eat anything, they don't know who they're saying that to. I'm a food monster. I'm telling you that right off the bat. If you left the house and there was no food in your house and you were like, oh, we have this jar of mustard in the fridge, that jar is going to be empty when we get back. I'm not proud of this. I'm really unproud of it, to be honest. But you know, I did find that I formed bonds with a lot of the animals. You don't watch an animal on and off for several years without kind of getting close to it. I'd be leaving the house to go to one of my other jobs, or because the gig was over, and the animal would be sitting there watching me go, giving me puppy dog eyes or kitty dog eyes or whatever kind of animal it was. And you would just feel your heart breaking. It's like a hard version of dropping your kids off at daycare. I ran that line by my cousin who was a kid. She didn't like it. It's a joke, though. It's very hard, though. I live in fear that the animals are going to like find my phone and be like, what is he doing in bed with all these other animals? I I'm essentially the village scratching post. Everybody's had a claw or two in me. But there's this one cat that I have a very special relationship with. And I know that sounds weird, that I have a relationship with somebody else's cat, and that it's a very special one. But I'll explain.
How weird would it be if I didn't explain?
His name is Pouncy, which is already hilarious, because that's something that cats do. You know, it's like a person named Walkie. I guess there's a Walkie Phoenix guy. Yeah, I literally told myself I wasn't going to say that. So he lives in a house with 2 Boston Terriers who he has never acknowledged. They don't exist to him. He loves me. He wants me to die. He wants to be near me, but it's a very specific distance that he decides, and I'm not allowed to know what it is. And he can always tell when you're looking at him. It's like even if he just sticks his tail into the room, if you look at it, he's like, he's a really cool cat. And one cold night in 2012, he was being extra affectionate to me. And I wanted to take a video of it for his owners to kind of show them, you know, hey, he's actually nice sometimes. So I took this video, and if we could please see it real quick here on the screen here. That's Pouncy.
He was standing on my shoulders and drumming on my head.
The coolest 9 seconds of my life. Pouncy is a cat that deals entirely in mixed messages. I love it. I put that clip up on my YouTube channel, got maybe 300, 400 views, not too bad. And then about 6 months later, I'm in this film studio with like 30-foot high walls. They're all painted white, but my job is to paint them green, so they're a green screen. And because I've had every job. And, I get a text message, hey, you're on the front page of Reddit. If you don't know what Reddit is, it's like a website of some kind. Somebody had posted my video on there and it took off. In the next 2 days, it got over 1 million views. People were downloading it and posting it as their own video. I hate those people. BBC Science Show contacted me to see if they could use the clip in a story they were doing about toxoplasmosis, which Pouncy did not have, but I sold him out and said yes. He doesn't understand English, so. And they made all the major news outlets, BuzzFeed, Huffington Post, BuzzFeed Animals, BuzzFeed Comedy. It was a true story. It was voted one of the 30 best cat videos of 2013 by BuzzFeed. On my resume. I started to get contacted by all these different media outlets who wanted to send it out, and they would represent me, so they would get a cut of whatever money was made. And I got a lot of offers, but there was one that said that they had sent stuff and had stuff on Ellen. And I was like, yeah, if I get that on Ellen, she's dancing around up there in front of my video, my mom's gonna be proud of something I did. So, yeah, my mom generally loves me, so don't worry. Very general sense. But yeah, I'm getting on Ellen. I never thought that I would actually get on Ellen, and I know the tone of my voice is implying that I did get on Ellen, but I didn't get on Ellen. Despite all the tweets I sent them, so I don't know how that works. But I did go with one of the media outlets, and I get a fraction of a cent anytime somebody views the video. So if anybody wants a drink, I can buy you like half of one. But it's actually good because, you know, getting a little bit of money from that, Pouncy, every time I watched him, he would chew through my phone charger and completely ruin it. I think so I couldn't call for help when he finally kills me. I was able to buy a new charger with the money, so I came out ahead money-wise for like the first time ever. But I do keep stumbling across this video in new forms and in new places. I was on Tumblr recently, which is it's like Facebook or Pinterest, but sometimes there's naked people all of a sudden. If that sounds sounds good, check it out. If not, stay away. And I filmed an animated GIF set of my video, which basically means they cut up my video into about 15 little 2-second long soundless clips that would replay over and over again, and they captioned it all, so somebody was like listening to my voice and typing it out. It was very weird. And but the best part is like the middle 5 pictures in it, it just says sustained cat meow. But you know, it's funny to continually see this stuff coming out, and the best part about GIFs is that they automatically repeat. And you don't really think that's a great thing until you're in a GIF and you realize you get to relive the coolest 9 seconds of your life over and over and over again. Nobody can stop it. Just keep going. So I mentioned teaching earlier on, and I kind of made some jokes about it. It truly wasn't for me, but I did meet some cool students. I do think I taught some people. I think I was pretty good at it. It just wasn't my gig. It wasn't fulfilling to me, so I had to move on. I didn't know that because of Pound C, several years later, I would find a way to be fulfilled from my teaching. I was checking out this website called ratemyprofessors.com. It's like kind of like Yelp for professors, only it's like written by shitty young people. The most recent review, written like 2 years after I had stopped teaching. This person, 2 years later, was like, yeah, I gotta talk about this guy. They wrote, I found his cat videos on Tumblr. This was the best class I ever took. And that's always going to be on there. And in addition to that, more importantly, for the first time on my Rate My Professor website, there was a chili pepper for hotness next to my name. And the best part is, no matter how ugly I get, and I plan on getting very ugly, chili pepper will always be there. Because of a weird-ass cat named Pouncy.